Shabbat Shalom. So, every Shabbat is special, and usually we have another layer of something special going on Shabbat, some additional programming or group or something. And this is our Shabbat Together service, which is our intergenerational service. And it's also, we'll have leadership today, helping lead our prayers from our Vav Zion class, our 6th and 7th graders. And we're also going to take an opportunity to thank our teachers. We only have 3 more sessions of Beit Sefer this year, so we're going to take an opportunity today to, as we move toward the close of our Beit Sefer year, to say Toda Rabbah to all of our teachers as well. It is Shabbat. It is also Yom Tov. Tonight begins the 7th day. I feel funny saying this. Tonight begins the 7th day, but tonight begins the 7th day of Pesach. So it's Chag, so we can say both Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach to all of you. And it is also an opportunity for us to be together as community. And we're going to start with just a little music to get us going. Hine Ma Tov, how good and beautiful it is for all of us to be together. And please join with us.
If you don't know the words, they're on page 10 in our Siddur. That again, same thing. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shever achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shever achim gam yachad. How good it is! How good it is! How sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Ma Tov, Hine Ma Tov, u'manayim shever achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shever achim gam yachad. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. One more time. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Ma Tov, Hine Ma Tov,
turn back in our books to pages 2 and 3, I'd like to invite our Vav Zion teachers, Eric and Ness, to come up and help us to kindle our Shabbat lights. I invite everybody who can comfortably do so to please rise.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Want to do the honors?
So it's the seventh day of Passover beginning, so we have the words V'shel Yom Tov at the end of the bracha, at the end of the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu Lehadlik ner, shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
You may be seated. We take a moment to reflect on the week that has been, on your Passover so far. And we're going to, after our reflection, we're going to come back to pages 20 and 21 for Lecha Dodi. So it's our custom to pause and just take a brief moment on each day of the week, going back to last Shabbat and moving forward, to think about its challenges and its blessings. And then we'll greet Shabbat together with Lecha Dodi. Deep breath. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to verse 9, I'll invite everybody who can comfortably do so to rise and face the doors from which we entered, to welcome the Shabbat presence and the Nishama Yetera, the extra soulfulness that travels with us during Shabbat into the congregation and into our hearts. For those of you joining us from home, I give it as an opportunity to turn towards the doorways of your home to bring in the Shabbat. Lecha Dodi, pages 20 and 21.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Lecha Vela, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Lecha Vela, Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishme'anu el ha'miuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, V'shem u'tifaret kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha ki mekol habracha merosh b'kadam v'sucha so ma'aseh b'machshava tekila lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela Itoreri, itoreri Kiva orei, uri ori, uri ori, shidaveri. Kevod Adonai, alayik nigla, lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat. Avela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela.
Rise and face the doors.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha u'tzola Tochavunei am skula Voi kala Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela.
Please be seated. I'd like to invite Danielle Wolf.
Thank you. Throughout tonight's service, I have the pleasure of speaking about our wonderful Beit Sefer teachers. So intermittently throughout the service, I will come up and share a few words, just a short snippet of how incredible and how appreciativeful, I don't even know, I am for these wonderful teachers. So our first teacher I would like to honor is Eric Spar, our 6-7, one of our Kita 6-7 teachers. It is truly a joy to praise you as my classmate and my Zoom Hebrew partner in crime. Eric's passion for Torah, music, and community building is evident in his 6-7 classroom. I love sitting in the back of the room when Eric is teaching, especially when there's music involved. I am just continually amazed by how he gets the 6-7 students to sing and by the incredibly deep conversations and discussions that his students have. Eric encourages his learners to think deeply and critically about the Jewish values they explore each week. And the students feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and experiences with one another. because of the class community and class camaraderie that he's helped create. So Eric, thank you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us this year, and really especially sharing your knowledge with me. I'm grateful to have you as a thought partner as we navigated through Zoom Hebrew and Shalom Learning and trying to balance school, work, and life. Thank you, Eric. It is now,
We do this, yeah, we do jazz hands.
or if you would like to send warmth, awesome. Now I'd like to call up Audrey, Amir, Jacob, and Lily, or is it Leaf? Leaf, to lead us in Chatzi Kaddish.
We are on page 26.
Yitgadol v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbahu Ba'amad Yivarach Hirutei v'yamich malchutei B'chayechon v'yom b'chon U'v'chayei b'chol beit Yisrael
Rise for Baruch Hu, our call to prayer. You guys are all going to read it first in Hebrew and in English, and then we'll sing it together. Okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever.
Oh, am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Oh, am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada die die die, 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 yada die die die. Baruch Hu Adonai Hamivorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die. Yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die.
Be seated. You can be seated too. Addie, come on up. Come up, right? You can just come up right here. You don't need to walk away. She's reading Marty. Ready?
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks in the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly course according to plan. You are the creator of night and day, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transferring day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai, his vote is your name, ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening.
Okay, last three lines in the Hebrew.
Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Thank you so much, Addie. Okay, let the next one. Ness.
Don't worry, you don't have to
I don't
come
have
up.
to come up, but that's where we are. And then-
The other half of our 6-7 team is Ness. When I first met Ness this past summer at URJ Camp Newman, I knew that she had to be a part of our teaching team. Despite her busy schedule as a freshman at Cal Poly Pomona, Ness makes Beit Sefer a priority. As someone who is creatively challenged, I am always in awe of how Ness creates innovative projects that connect seamlessly with the value the students are learning. From gratitude calendars to exile documentaries, you made learning personal and fun. Ness, thank you for stepping up when you needed to. Even though you weren't with us every week, your commitment and impact does not go unnoticed. I wish you all the best as you power through your last 3 weeks of your freshman year. I cannot wait to see all the wonderful things the future has in store for you. To continue with our service, I invite up Lena, Elijah, and Lily to lead us in the Shema on page 34, and the Ve'at.
We're going to continue with Shema Yisrael, which you will find on page 34 and 35. It's your custom to rise. I invite you to do so. Whichever one you want. Whatever you do. Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod, Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam.
You may be seated. We continue with Ve'ahavta on page 36. Take a step forward.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשופחה, ובקומך, ושרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Nachshon ben Amidav was the brave Israelite who was first to enter the Sea of Reeds before God split the waters. Ellie Nelson is the Nachshon of Beit Sefer. Ellie is the kind of educator that jumps at the opportunity to try something new, whether that be running a lemonade stand to throw a surprise pizza party for the whole school, or directing an epic Purim spiel. Ellie always goes the extra mile for her students and Beit Sefer, even if that means more work for her. Ellie, know that your extra time and extra effort does not go unnoticed. Thank you for going above and beyond. I know you put your heart and soul into every lesson, every craft, every Sunday. I feel it, I see it, every time I enter your classroom. May your classroom always be a place of belonging, silliness, and love. We'll continue with Mi Chamocha on page 40.
So this is the last day of Pesach, and tomorrow morning we'll be chanting from Shirat Hayam, the Song of the Sea. So we're going to start off our Mi Chamocha with just a little taste of that, and then go into our regular tune. Mi Chamocha Bailim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar B'Kodesh, Nohora Tehilot Osei Fala, Nohora Tehilot Osei Fala. Ay la 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 la, ay la 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 la, ay la 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 la, ay la 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 la. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha darba kodesh. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah tehilot osei fele, Torah tehilot osei fele, Adonai lo leolam va'ed. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, kolkei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam. Say li anu ve'amaru, say li anu ve'amru, Adonai lo le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי עפר אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מעט חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל.
On your song sheets, in the middle of the first page, it says Hashkivenu. This is our custom during our Shabbat together service to shelter kids in the congregation under a shelter of peace using our talitot, which are spread around. We've got a lot of kids in the front row, so maybe we can get some adults to help over there. There are a number of talitot around, and sing the Hashkivenu here, shelter us, and then the last Hapore Sukkot Shalom.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, l'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shalomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shalomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai, amen, 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 amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shalomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shalomecha. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Aborei Sukkot Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Aborei Sukkot Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Put our talitot down. We continue with Vishamru, page 44.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Join us, same thing. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamin asa Adonai, asa Adonai. Et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafas v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat.
The first thing Sarah told me in August when we first met was she wanted to make Hebrew learning fun. Now, if you ever taught Hebrew before, or if you ever learned Hebrew before, you know this is no small feat. But Sarah rose to the challenge. As a former Beit Sefer student herself, Sarah strived to create the kind of engaging lessons that she didn't have growing up. And that's exactly what she did. This year, Hebrew was filled with Jeopardy, Look It, Connects 4, and a fan favorite, Fly Swatters. I am proud of the progress that each of our Beit Sefer students have made in Hebrew this year. But Sarah, I am even more proud of the progress you've made this year. You have facilitated growth for our learners and for yourself. Just like our students, you have put in the work and you've made improvements. My blessing for you is to keep learning. I am so excited that you want to keep advancing your own study, your own Jewish learning, and I hope to be a part of that journey for you. Kol kavod. We now turn to our standing prayer, the Amidah, on page 46. I invite up Simon, Ezra, and Nitai. I told them to go.
Still within our expectation.
Wait 1 second.
Adonai sefatai kita ufia gitehilateha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Page 48.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei
Page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please continue silently with the text of your own heart or the words of the prayer book through page 62, 63. When you're through, you may be seated.
Bottom of page 62. Ose shalom imroma, ve'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ose shalom imroma, ve'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Together. Ose shalom bimroma, ve'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ose shalom bimroma, ve'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru. Amen.
When I first met Aaron, I was deeply impressed with how he described what brought him to teach at Beit Sefer. Aaron explained that a few years ago he had a calling. Judaism was always important, a core tenet of his identity, but suddenly he had a calling to ensure that Judaism was also part of the identities of young people. So he took up teaching. Despite being new to teaching, Aaron has embraced every moment, good or bad, as an opportunity for growth. Aaron, it is truly a religious school director's dream to work with an educator like you. You are the first to arrive on Sundays and the last to leave. You are the first to email me with your lesson plans, and you are the first to request feedback. Your dedication to your learning as an educator shows your deep commitment to your learners and their Jewish learning. Sincerely, truly, watching you grow as an educator this year has been one of the highlights of my year. Thank you.
There's not going to be a full drosh this evening, which I didn't expect that there would, because we knew we were taking time to thank our teachers. I want to say a few things about what we're reading this week in the Torah, and a little bit about how that relates to some of what's going on, and then I want to say just a few other things. So, first, there's no weekly Torah portion this week, meaning we don't have, it's not one of the regular named Torah portions in the Torah, and that's because it's a Chag on Shabbat. It's the 7th day of Passover, and so we have special reading for the 7th day of Pesach. I mentioned before Pesach, last Shabbat, I mentioned that the reading for 7th day is the crossing of the sea. Cantor Bush sang a little bit of one of the traditional melodies that's used to sometimes chant Shirat Hayam, the crossing of the sea. And that's what we read this week. So a week ago, right, we packed up, right, we killed sacrificed the Paschal lamb, we put the blood on the doorpost of the house, we gathered our things and we headed out. And it took a week, right, to get to the sea. And when we get to the sea, we cross through and we sing this song of celebration. What I would note is that while it's this great miracle, it took a while to get there, and there was work that went on the way. And Danielle pointed out the story of Nachshon ben Aminadav, who the Midrash says walks into the sea. It doesn't split. Moses sort of stands there and shakes his staff, and the Midrash doesn't say this in the Torah, but the sea doesn't split, and Nachshon basically says, like, well, somebody's got to go into the water, right? And he starts going, and he's going in. And the Midrash actually says, if you look at Micha Mocha, the first line is Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, the second line is Micha Mocha Nedar Bakodesh. That's because during the first time, the water is pouring into his mouth, Micha Mocha. And then, at that point, the sea opens up, and Nachshon can say clearly, Micha Mocha Nedar Bakodesh. But the rabbis, I think, are trying to tell us that we can't sit around and wait for miracles, right? We've got to be the ones who literally walk into the breach, walk into the water, do what we need to do to push ourselves forward, to do what we need to do for our people, for our communities, for the world, right, as we do that. And so on the Shabbat, I'd like to hold that idea a little bit and to think about what that means for you. In what areas of your life can you be a little bit of a Nachshon? Can you begin to walk into uncharted waters, uncomfortable places that may be uncomfortable for you, but that are necessary to begin to move us forward? I'm not going to answer that question, just going to ask it today. So I also want to take just a moment to mention one other educator in our Beit Sefer, and that's Danielle Wolf. Danielle, who is a education student at the Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion, Jack H. Skirball campus in Los Angeles, has really jumped in and been a really great, not only administrator for the school, but a great thought partner for me as we're thinking about it and doing these kinds of things. And one of the things that's really great about Danielle, beyond her being Danielle, is that Danielle's going to be here for another year. So the things that we learned this year and the stuff that we did, we can grow upon next year. We can continue to build our program. And so, those are all pieces of that. I know that Beit Sefer families will receive I'm mentioning it because we have a lot of Beit Sefer families here, and if I don't mention it, then it doesn't happen. You will receive an end of the year survey. Please take the time to go through it. I promise you that we will take it really seriously as we go through, and we've had so many transitions in recent years in our Beit Sefer, and we're really now trying to, even beyond our personnel, just be more stable curricularly and in all these other kinds of ways, and whatever people can do is really helpful. Feedback is really helpful for us in continuing to build our program. So I hope that you will do that, and I'm so excited to continue to be able to work with Danielle in this next year. And Danielle will be around, although probably not on site as much as she is during the year, but she will be around during the summer too. So if people want to set up conversations or do anything like that with Danielle, she will be part of our TBI community over the summer as well as during the next school year. And then I'm sure she hopes to find a job at that point at that end. So there's that. I'm going to say one other thing that I will say now, and then I'll save it instead of saying it at announcement time. TBI members or anybody in our email list all got an email this week about the World Zionist Congress elections. If you haven't voted yet in the World Zionist Congress election and you're 18 years old, Jewish, and an American citizen or resident, and you didn't vote in the last Knesset election in Israel, those are the criteria, then you need to vote, okay? There are cards in the lobby, on the table with QR codes, right? There are cards like this. It's important that you vote. There are lots of people who, the ultra-Orthodox community is organizing very strongly to vote, and other communities are organizing, and if we don't vote, then we cede the territory to others, and so we want to vote and make sure that our values are represented and are there. So I hope you've already done so, and if you haven't, May 4th is the last day to vote. So it's time to vote. You can do it tonight while you're here and vote and check it off your list of things that you need to do. All right. We're going to turn now to page 253. We're going to take a moment to turn our thoughts to all of those in our community who are in need of healing, of body, of mind, and of spirit. Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah U'yevarech et hacholim
Elna Rifanallah.
Elna Rifana la Ela Rifana Elna Rifana Lo.
We ask for blessings on Hannah Fields Austin, Sue Tobak, Rosin Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Pam Poliakoff, Kathy Blumenfeld, Caitlin Antrim, Brad Holland, Serena Postal, Robert Strober, Lori Snyder, Charity Rezade, Gloria Foster, Robert Gerard, Adele Harris, Brenda Found Gerard, Jan Marcus, Al Shapiro, Robert Waldman, Udique Ratz Delane, Deborah Delane, James Stead, Stephen Gilbert, Bill Hughes, Ed Means, Virginia Guzman, Suzette Guzman, Marilyn Rudin, Sandy Gunn, Faye Bernstein, Sandra Dizengoff, John Foster, Ron Sokloff, Larry Muir, Susan Goldstein, Karen Nelson, Larry Gassner, Marcia Lloyd, Fred Rosenblum, Sharon Everett, Mark Kramer, Stacy Martin, Anthony Juarez, Ellen Sopkin, Jerry Feingold, Tim Nelson, Susan Smalls, Jane Morrison, Natalie Cruz, Joanne Cohen, Thad Nagy, Evan Olson, Keaton Height, Michal Gerard, Chastity Smith, and
Howard Bush, Mary Ellen DeMarco, Margie Wald-Billig, and Cantor Jonathan Grant. Ela Rifana, Ela Rifana, La Ela Rifana, Ela Rifana.
page 278. Starting the second night of Pesach, we count the Omer, which are really sheaves of barley, but it's really counting the days between Pesach and Shavuot. So we count the days between Pesach and Shavuot each evening, and so you find that on page 278. Top of the page.
הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת העומר.
I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer.
We give praise to the Holy One who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer.
Hayom shisha yamim la'omer.
Today is the sixth day of the Omer. All right, Candy. There she is.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to our clergy for a beautiful Shabbat service, Todah Rabbah to Rabbi Kupitz for an inspiring drash, to Cantor Bush for leading us in song, and to David Spear for the beautiful music selected for this evening's service. We also appreciate Joachim Gratz for bringing tonight's Shabbat service to those online. Special Todah Rabbah to our young scholars from Katzi Vav Zion for assisting Rabbi in leading tonight's service. And of course to Daniel Wolf and to our amazing Beit Sefer teachers. Following services, please join us as we gather in the social hall for motzi and refreshments. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our greeters, Judy Rose, Sharon Sachs-Regalado, and Kylie Sykes, and to those who prepared our oneg for us this evening. We have a number of announcements. Please join our clergy tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for Shabbat Seventh Day Passover services, which will include Yitzchar memorial prayers. Please return on Sunday at 4 o'clock in the sanctuary for a Yom HaShoah commemoration. Rabbi Kupitz, Cantor Bush, and special guests, Cantor Toby Schwartz, pianist, composer David Spear, cellist and TBI member Mondi Gottsman, as we mark this annual remembrance of the Holocaust through image, word, and music. All are welcome. There is no admission charge. The Or Hadash Capital Campaign has been very successful so far in raising money for our much-needed renovation. If you haven't participated yet, please sign up for one of our gatherings being held in different homes near here where our congregants live. You'll find the information in the Kehillah, the Tikiyah, and in the office. During Oneg, please take a look at the architect's renderings behind the Oneg table. With your help, this is what our future could look like. And starting in 2 weeks, Saturday evening, May the 3rd, at 7 p.m., show your support for Temple Beth Israel at our only fundraiser this year, our 2025 Giving Tree and Live Auction. Your leaf purchase gets you into our big event, Saturday, May 31st at 7 p.m., where you'll enjoy wine, desserts, while participating in raffle drawings and a live auction with a professional auctioneer and comedian. Information about these and so much more can be found in your monthly Kehillah, weekly Tikiyah, or online at tbipomona.org. And please don't forget to vote by May the 4th. It's really important. It takes all of 5 minutes. Shabbat Shalom.
On your song sheet, we have our alternative Aleinu that we use for our Shabbat Together service. I'm going to invite you to rise if you can comfortably do so. Starts toward the bottom of the first page and ends on the top of the second page. When we get finished with the English part and we get to the Hebrew, I'll open the ark and I'll invite all of our Beit Sefer students to come on up to the bima, up to the ark at that point.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were freed to do. For what's the point of being here? We're not moved to change our ways. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. We've been reading to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise.
Invite all of our Beit Sefer students up to the bima. But they can. I invited all of our Beit Sefer students this year.
Towards the bottom of the page. Anachnu korim u'mishtakavim u'modim lifnei malach malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. 287. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemalech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Page 294. We take a moment to remember those who have been important in our lives and have left this earth, those who have died in recent days or at this time in years past. Remember the recent death of Don Pollock, husband of Francis. Remember the Yortzites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Sylvia Davis, Francine Diamond, Edward Fleischman, Rose Glassman, Frida Greenfield, David Grossman, William Van Grove, Dorothy Krupnick, Ira Quacher, Albert Leggett, Helen Fields McGaha, Helen Miller, Eleanor Missinger, Tim Rosenblum, Stephen Rodman Ross, Elizabeth A. Addie Smillickstein, Doris Spivak, Pearl Judith Steinberger, Toby Wolfson, Albert Zaki. If you're remembering somebody on this Shabbat, would like to add their name to those that I've mentioned or restate a name that I've mentioned, please feel free to do so as I come by your row. If you're in a time of mourning, we're observing a Yortzeit on this Shabbat, I invite you to please rise. And I invite the rest of the congregation, if it's your custom, to rise and embrace in support of those who mourn. Kaddish 294. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Bialma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayachon v'yomachon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shmei dekudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Huya aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories always be for a blessing. We'll close with the last words of that Oseh shalom. Oh, hold on.
But first,
Sit. Yeah. We'll close in a minute, but we got to thank a really important teacher. Yeah.
Last but certainly not least, Steph Baker. Steph is the perfect teacher for her young learners. She is patient, kind, flexible, fun, and there's always so much laughter and silliness coming from her classroom. I just love to pop my head in there, and there's always something really cool happening that I'm always in awe of, like, how did you come up with this? Lifesaver Torahs, clay Chanukiot that somehow have their fingerprints in them. It's awesome. But Steph's dedication to Jewish learning extends beyond her classroom. Steph is an advocate for Beit Sefer on the Board of Trustees and the Beit Sefer Advisory Committee. Her extension of the classroom reminds me of something a teacher used to say to me. My teacher used to say, to be a blessing means to be a catalyst for positive change. Steph, you are a blessing to Beit Sefer, to TBI, and to this Jewish community. You advocate for positive changes you want to see, not just in your classroom, but for all of our classrooms. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would be remiss, because there are so many of them in the kahal today. If you are a madrich or a madricha, can you please stand up?
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Oh, they're already cheering for you. They're already cheering for you. The Madrichim program at Beit Sefer is comprised of some really fantastic teens from 8th grade to seniors in high school. They are volunteers for our Beit Sefer program. And many of them, I think all that are standing right now, also stay for teen class. So these teens are at TBI on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. How incredible is that? Every week I remind myself, I'm like, oh, they're here just as long as I'm here. So no, I see you. I know that there are so many other ways you can be using your Sundays, and I am grateful. Our students are grateful, our teachers are grateful to have you here on Sundays. Thank you, Madrichim.
A couple of notes to 7th graders before our closing song. First of all, next weekend there is on Saturday afternoon an event. You were sent some stuff out. We'll send it out again, but there's like a 7th through 12th grade field event outside, so 7th graders and parents watch for that. And 7th graders, we hope that next year you'll all be madrichim. So we hope that that'll be something here, and that you can pay it forward, so to speak, as your madrichim have done for you. Now we'll close with Oseh Shalom.
Oh, say shalom. Bimrumam. Oh, say shalom. Bimrumam. We are shalom. We are shalom. We are shalom. Aleinu. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimromam. Oh, say shalom. Bimromam. We are shalom. We are shalom. We are shalom. Aleinu.
For those who have joined us online, thank you for being with us. For all of you in the sanctuary, please join us in the social hall for Kiddush, Motzi, refreshments, Shabbat Shalom.
Chag Sameach. Big shout out to our friend David Spear. Randy is just getting back from his European trip, so David jumped in to help tonight. You'll see more of David and a number of other wonderful musicians on Sunday afternoons. Please join us. Lee Drought.